everybody. Thanks for joining me again this week for another great video blog. A few weeks ago, I made a video with the title of How Do We Change? And then I scratched the word change and replaced for transform, because we don't really change. All we do as we become adults is that we get rid of the emotional, mental clutter and we get to be ourselves. So you see a lot these days in books and blogs and interviews, people talk about authenticity, or one of the secret of happiness being become you, be yourself, right? So I want to talk again about how we transform, because I am constantly working on myself, transforming parts of myself in areas of my life that I know I have improvement. And again, how do you know what areas in your life need improvement? Look at the results in your life. What is the money result? What is the relationship result you have? Your house, your family, your friends. Your results are an expression of your thoughts, your actions, your behavior, your feelings. So if you don't like any of the result that you see in your life right now, guess who you have to go to? Within, to yourself. Of course, there are many ways that can help you. Many professionals out there that can help you to go through that process, like life coaches, therapists, counselors, business coaches, etc., etc. So find yourself a guide that can help you through this process that can be complex, but it doesn't have to. So in this video blog, this part 2, how do we transform, I want to talk about a common terminology that you might hear. So how do we transform? How do we self-improve? So we collect different results in our lives that lead us to peace of mind and happiness. So if you're a big fan of transformation, self-improvement, I'm sure you have heard these names: Napoleon Hill, Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Brendon Burchard, Jack Kornfield, Paul Chek, Michael Singer, and many other amazing coaches and spiritual leaders out there using this kind of words when you want to transform. So the secret to transformation, the secret to success, depends who you're talking to, but it's kind of the same. You're going to hear things like, well, one of the key components to change or to transform is concentrated focus, or chief goal. Aim your goal and just be obsessed about that. One love. Paul Chek always talks about you need to pick one love. What do you love so much that is worth changing for? What do you love so much that you must have? You must achieve, right? Directed energy. I talk always about energy. Like my role with my clients is to help them direct their energy towards what they want to create. So we find where they are draining energy, or what areas or people or things they're doing in their life that is distracting, taking energy from their body, so they can direct energy towards their goal. Concentrated energy, etc. I just shared this with you because this all means the same. It's absolutely crucial that when you decide to achieve something and you want it bad enough because it's so important to you, you need to put all your energy towards that goal. That's why an optimum goal or an optimum dream is the one that won't just benefit you, but it's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit those around you, those who you love, like your friends and family, and it's going to benefit the world. We've seen plenty of people there achieving success through money, power, and many other things, but they're not happy. They're actually very empty, and the proof of that, some of them even commit suicide because they achieve a goal that is not serving the humanity. So it leaves them with this empty feeling. So always choose an optimum goal or optimum dream that everyone is going to benefit from your results. So if we know kind of the technical terminology of how to achieve success, now I'm going to translate into giving you 3 strategies that will help you to translate to your everyday life and hopefully give you some tools that you can start applying right away. So if you wanted to transform any part of your life, you have to first, have awareness around that area or that problem, that issue, that stress, whatever you want to call. You need to be aware. You can't change what you don't know. You can't change what you're not aware of. So awareness basically is what is that you're trying to change. Second, why do you need to change? Remember, I talk a lot about the why. The why helps you to understand and connect the intellectual mind with your heart, and why you want to change and why it's important to make this change. How will impact your life and the life of others. And then I put here with or for. If you're going to transform anything in your life, you're going to take an old belief or old behavior and replace with something else. So that's why you should do with. Or you're going to do for yourself or for somebody else or for a cause. So you need to truly understand. So what, why, with will really help you to dissect the awareness part. Second strategy, make a declaration, a manifesto, like you write down a piece of paper, print it in big fonts and put it on your computer, on your wall, in your office. What is your manifesto? What are you working every day towards achieving? Like, I am working on becoming the healthiest I ever been. I am in the process of creating financial abundance. And you notice that I say I am. So when you write the manifesto or the declaration for yourself, that's basically your new values, your new beliefs that you need to remind yourself every single day. Use I am, use the present tense. Because remember, the way we become attractors to what we want, you need to become, or you must become that person, that type of person that's going to attract whatever you're trying to attract. So declaration manifesto, write it down and read it every single day, okay? Number 3, I put the triggers, and this is where things can get tricky. I always say what defines somebody or defines a character in terms of strength, integrity, vulnerability, and courage. It's how you show up when things get hard. So it's kind of easy to do all this work when things are not hard for you. When things kind of are, no storms, the water's flat, everything's calm. But what happens when you get triggered in the exact area that you're trying to improve? For instance, let's say you work on becoming a better listener because you don't listen. You talk a lot, people complain that you don't let them talk, so you work on becoming a good listener. Something's going to trigger, and your trigger will be having a conversation with a friend of your spouse and you interrupting that person all the time. That's your trigger. That's your opportunity to show that you have embodied your new beliefs or your new behavior so you can access that information and take an action. Remember, if you're just taking a bunch of information by reading, by listening to me or listening to your coach, but you're not practicing, you're not applying that knowledge, you don't create an embodiment, which is what is going to enable you to take an action and incorporate that new belief and new behavior. And that's what ultimately creates transformation. See, many people come to me, they've been doing therapy for 10 years, they read all types of books in self-improvement and in spirituality, and they're still very stuck in fundamental things and aspects in life. That's because they haven't embodied. So remember, I stole this say from Brandon Burchard. Knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. So again, first strategy, awareness. What are you trying to change and why? Second, make a declaration, a manifesto of what you're working on, and it's like your mission statement for yourself, and read it every single day and create an alignment with that mission statement. When you're out of alignment with that, just learn, go back to awareness and ask yourself, why am I out of alignment with my own declaration, my own set of conducts that I designed for myself? And number 3, pay attention to the triggers. Again, it always comes back to awareness, right? pay attention to your trigger. If you're trying to eat healthy and you're reaching for those Oreos, that's your trigger. Why are you eating those Oreos? And what are you going to do at that moment? That's what's going to strengthen your discipline, your integrity, and your courage. And that's how we change. That's how we transform. So remember, we change patterns and behaviors. We don't change ourselves. We transform. So I hope this was simple. And remember, all this material that I shared with you is to ultimately help you to become successful. And true success comes when we are happy, when we have peace of mind, when we can handle stress, even when things are how we handle stress like a warrior. Speaking of stress like a warrior, make a note, April 6th, I am talking here at the studio, April 6th, 6 o'clock, about how to handle stress like a warrior. I'm going to talk about diet, I'm going to talk about hormones, I'm going to talk about meditation, breathing, and supplements. What can you do to handle stress like a warrior? So that's my message for today. If you want to see part 1 of this video blog, just look at the link on this video. Watch part 1 that is about what pisses you off, what makes you so mad that you had enough and you need to change. So I hope my 3 strategies of how to transform helped you. If you love this video, please share with your friends. I need your help to grow this audience and to help more people. So help me to help more people. Thank you so much and have a great week.